Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the stud buds. Everybody watches the stud buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Heiderman, man. Listen, stud buds stood on business today. Nafisa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
The empire built on platinum records and champagne-fueled parties has come crashing down in a hail of federal raids and horrifying accusations. For decades, Sean Diddy Combs was more than a mogul. He was an untouchable king, a gatekeeper of culture
Reese had
who seemed
9
to float
turnovers.
above the rules.
Yo, listen, y'all got to stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop.
But that illusion of invincibility was shattered in the most dramatic way imaginable. The images that flashed across the world of armored vehicles rolling up to his lavish mansions and federal agents with rifles storming his properties signaled the violent
in the entire WNBA and Angel Reese in garbage time. We saw it. Angel Reese last year against the Fever with like 2 minutes to go. She needed to I think it was like 6 points and 3 rebounds. And she went and caught like 2 me-bounds and then immediately goes at Victoria Saxton 3 times in a row.
This wasn't just a legal problem, it was a public execution of a carefully crafted legacy. The story of Diddy's downfall isn't just about one man's alleged crimes. It's a chilling look at how power can corrupt, how silence can protect predators, and how quickly a kingdom can turn to dust.
Chases after this opponent, gets close to her during a box out, grabs her by her hips, and hip tosses her, throwing her to the ground. She stands up, she walks over to this opponent, bends over, screams in her face, and flips her the double bird. That's the WNBA gold. We're gonna get into it. And the laughter, oh, Angel. Oh, my angel, you're my darling, angel, angel, angel. You've been playing well, Angel. I give it to you. You've been playing well. But every now and then, those stinkers, oh man.
The day the music died for Diddy began with helicopters circling his Los Angeles estate like vultures. Simultaneously, a similar scene was unfolding thousands of miles away at his waterfront property in Miami. This was a coordinated bi-coastal operation.
Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle, jumps up, and then goes at somebody on the other team. Who's she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And, like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well. And is like, anytime anyone gets into it with her, she's straight in their face. And I'm like, I don't mind that, but you just gotta be smart. To be fair, the Sky sucks, so you might as well just go and take your I'll say it,
This wasn't a quiet knock on the door with a warrant. This was a show of force designed to send a clear message not just to Combs, but to the entire entertainment industry. No one is above the law. The feds weren't just looking for evidence. They were—
Just when I thought she was turning her season around, just when I thought Angel Reese was graduating from pretend basketball player to make-believe basketball player, the level where it's almost believable that Angel Reese is a basketball player. Just when I thought Angel Reese would pull through in the clutch and do America a favor. With a win last night against the Minnesota Lynx, Angel Reese would have become the most popular player in the WNBA dump. Well, KC, that's simply not possible. Caitlin Clark will always be the most popular player in the WNBA.
While the raids were the public spectacle, the fuse that lit this inferno was a bombshell lawsuit filed months earlier by his former partner, the singer Cassie Ventura. Her court filing was a harrowing document detailing years of alleged physical abuse, psychological torment.
I know why people are defending this. Let's get into it. Nneka Ogwumike, she gets up, proceeds to get boxed out, unable to move her opponent out of the way. Nneka Ogwumike retaliates, grabs her by the hips, throws her to the floor, stands over her, screams on her, flips her the double bird. Quinterly, Dallas Wings teammate, being a good teammate, gets in the middle of the two, pushes Onyeka out of the way like a good teammate should. Instead of saying, Onyeka, come here, let me get you a hug. No, get up off my teammate, girl. Get up off my teammate. Onyeka Ogwumike can't let it go.
The allegations were stomach-churning, painting a picture not of a powerful executive, but of a monster hiding in plain sight. Cassie's lawsuit claimed that Diddy's influence was a weapon he used to keep her trapped in a cycle of fear and abuse for over a decade.
I'm telling you, with a win last night, Angel Reese would have surpassed the Rue from Waterloo in popularity. Now, I am not saying that her dozens of aliases would have passed Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese herself, she definitely would have. Going into the game last night, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, she told the doofus duo who refer to themselves as stud buds, she told them if they lost this game to the Chicago Bravado, they would no longer be allowed to stream on Twitch.
What shocked the world almost as much as the allegations was the speed at which Diddy settled the lawsuit. Within 24 hours of it being filed, it was over. While the settlement came with no admission of guilt to the public, it reeked of a desperate attempt to bury a story.
Lads, Angel Reese is currently about to be suspended. She has 7 technical fouls on the season. And if this was last season, in a 44-game season, she would have already been suspended. She would have already been suspended. And it is genuinely one of the funny things about this is that her fans are arguing that none of the texts are warranted. They are all warranted.
But the truth has a way of coming out. Months later, the final nail in the coffin of Diddy's reputation was hammered in by a grainy, silent piece of hotel security footage from 2016. The video was undeniable and horrific, showing Diddy.
So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible, awful attitude that you slap the clipboard out of her hand.
Suddenly, Cassie's words were no longer just allegations. They were corroborated by chilling, indisputable proof. The public could see with their own eyes the brutality she had described. The backlash was immediate.
What's up, y'all? I just want to talk about this chick, Angel Reese, for a second. She has been all over my timeline, over my Twitter, or X, Instagram, TikTok. She's always pushing people and this and that. She's always in controversy. So let me address this situation real quick. How is she a professional athlete? Like, can we step back for a second and just analyze this situation? How in the world is this chick a professional athlete? She is, out of all the clips that I've seen, she is the worst basketball player I've ever seen.
Diddy's eventual apology was widely seen as a masterclass in insincerity. Filmed on his phone, his words felt hollow and self-serving, a desperate act of damage control from a man who wasn't sorry for what he did, but sorry he got caught. The apology
made some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love black people. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I think sometimes we do play the race card too much. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese.
Cassie's courageous act of speaking out opened the floodgates. Her lawsuit emboldened others who had allegedly suffered in silence for years. A wave of new lawsuits followed, filed by both men and women, each telling a story that
I'm sorry, but I don't know who need to hear this, but Angel Reese gotta be the worst basketball player ever. She's the worst basketball player ever. Like, do y'all guys don't understand this? She only made, only made 2 points with 12 rebounds. She missed a couple of shots and she missed a rebound, bro. She only made 12 rebounds. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 12 rebounds.
One of the most explosive was from music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who made shocking claims of being forced into illicit activities and enduring constant harassment while living and working with. These new accusers weren't just chasing headlines, they were adding their voices to a growing chorus, suggesting that the allegations were not an isolated incident between two people, but a reflection of a long-standing and deeply ingrained pattern of. For years, whispers and rumors had swirled around Diddy's infamous star-studded parties. Stories of NDAs, secret rooms, and unsettling events were the stuff of industry legend, often dismissed as the price of admission to his exclusive. The new lawsuits gave credibility to decades of speculation. Suddenly, old interviews where other celebrities hinted at Diddy's dark side were being re-examined. A dark cloud of suspicion began to form over anyone in the wake of the raids and the video leak. The most telling response from the entertainment industry was the deafening sound of silence. The powerful friends and A-list celebrities who had once flocked. This collective silence was a form of judgment in itself. It was a clear sign that Diddy had become radioactive, a liability so great that no one in Hollywood dared to be associated with him. The king was now an outcast. The social fallout was quickly followed by a complete financial collapse. The empire began to crumble, brick by brick. Brands that had once clamored for his endorsement began cutting ties. His lucrative partnership with the spirits company Diageo, worth hundreds of millions, imploded. His honorary degree from Howard University, one of his proudest achievements, was rescinded. The charter school he founded in Harlem severed its connection with him. Radio stations across the country began pulling his music from their rotation. The man who had built a brand on the idea of success and opulence was now a symbol of disgrace. His name, once synonymous with power, was now synonymous with scandal. The fall was not just swift, it was total. What we are witnessing is more than just the downfall of a single celebrity. It represents a potential tectonic shift in the culture of the entertainment industry, a world where extreme power has long provided a shield of immunity for the powerful. The question that hangs in the air is whether this is the end of an era. Is the age of the untouchable mogul finally over? The federal investigation is ongoing, and the full extent of the alleged crimes has yet to be revealed. For now, the story of Sean Combs serves as a grim cautionary tale. It shows that no matter how high you climb, no matter how much power you accumulate, the truth can eventually catch up to you, and the fall back to earth is brutal, unforgiving, and absolute.